Hello, hello. Put this back together. Hello, hello. Happy New Year to all. I am just trying to dip my toes into some live streaming. Yeah, the switch, I'm putting it back together. It is somewhat bricked, but I'm going to be hacking it in an attempt to repair it. And I don't have the Pico Fly in yet. But how's the audio sound? I just got a new microphone. Got a new capture card for bringing in the HDMI video. And I'm trying to learn OBS all at the same time. Thank you, good. I'm glad it sounds good. It's one of these Rode wireless microphones. I don't have any PS5s. I wish I could. I need to show you some pictures. The only PS5 I had ready to repair. I opened it up yesterday, and it was literally a pile of parts. It's a Blu-ray edition console. And what do I do on my channel? I repair consoles, usually PlayStation, sometimes Nintendo Switches. I do have some Sega Genesis I need to repair at some point, but I repair electronics. But this PS5 is it's a Blu-ray edition console with a digital edition board, and the Blu-ray drive had no electronics in it. The PCB was totally missing from the Blu-ray drive. So I'm attempting to send that back. Although it's one of those where, no returns, no returns. Well, you didn't tell me it was half empty. A shop tour? Well, I do have a little webcam here. There's not much to it, though. It's just a spare bedroom in my house. And this is a bit of a learning curve for me. Let's see. I don't have a whole lot of scenes set up. Where do I not have? I don't have a scene with just this little webcam in it. How is that? Oh, I'm glad you like the red mat. I've got a new one coming. Actually, it's here. I've gotten some super glue on this one and kind of messed it up, but I'll hang with that red one for a while. But I do have a new one here in the box. Let me see. How can I switch to this other camera? Yeah, that's the microscope with the webcam. You can kind of see my work. I need to make another scene. Bear with me here. Bear with me. I am definitely a noob at this. Add. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Webcam. Okay. Now why are you up in the corner? Why do you look like that? Oh, that's not right. That's not right at all. The aspect ratio is all wrong, and I don't know why. I may have to do that afterwards. No, don't. Okay, that's fine. I guess I could just resize that one. Whee. See, the aspect ratio is wrong. It's all wrong. And that's one of the weird things in OBS that happens. It just suddenly decides. Yeah, I may have to talk to Booter about OBS because I'm a noob. I'm doing this under Linux also. But if you want to see, I just have a PC set up here with some monitors. Over here is my gaming computer and a lot of junk. And I've got, yeah, there's a projector screen up there because I have a projector I like to play games on sometimes. A lot of empty boxes of broken. There's the PlayStation I'm trying to send back because it is a pile of junk. 3D printer, just kind of playing with. That's a PS5 I got through working on. But this is literally just a spare bedroom in my house. And the frame rate on this camera absolutely sucks. But, and yeah, lots of parts overhead. Lots of parts overhead. Hot air station, a couple of soldering iron, Hakko soldering iron stations. Let's see. You've seen a lot of this in videos. But that's the overhead camera I'm using there, just a small, nothing fancy about it. I do have a new microscope camera because the other one, the remote was giving me fits. It wouldn't. I couldn't get it to record and stop recording when I wanted it to. It would just kind of do whatever it wanted to. Oh, yeah, I've got two of these chairs. My wife got me. Oh, they're identical. Linux, it's different. It's different, but I like working with it. I don't know why, but I enjoy working with it. So I'll stick with it. And I do have a Windows computer over, like I said, that I game on. That's one if I'm running, if I'm trying to read codes or something on a PS5. But I have been working on a few switches here lately. I don't really do videos on switches because I don't know how interested people are in those things. But the 3D printer my son got me for my birthday, I think it was. And I've already printed a few things on it. I need some more ideas of things to print. I do have lots of filament for it. I've got red, green, white, and black. I think I printed, I don't know if I can show, I printed a, one of the first things I printed was a little stand here. You can see that. Oh, there you go. So if you're mounting your fat PS5 horizontally, I don't know, it seemed like the thing to do. So, but, yeah, I don't really like this shaky cam. I don't like doing that to people because that is disoriented. I try not to do that. There you go. I'm trying my best. I don't know how often I'll be streaming. Because I'm not a professional content creator. I'm just not. But I do want to get into it. I do want to do some live streams. I just got a bit of a learning curve on how to handle the streams. But I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, so some of the Christmas presents I got was this wireless microphone and the capture card, which is really the main pieces I was missing to be able to live stream. I was set up to record, like this camera. I'm standing on the cable. This camera has a a flash card in it, and so does the microscope. And I use my phone, and that's how I would record. And it had a corded microphone. So now at least I've got a wireless one, which was another bit of a fight to getting it hooked into my Linux computer. I've got a Dell computer down here. For whatever reason, the microphone input did not want to work under I think it's a Linux thing. It did not want to work under Linux, so I had to buy a little small USB to microphone headset adapter, and that did the trick. If I can show you that. So there's the microphone, and there's the little adapter I put in there, because the one built in did not want to work. Hello, hello, welcome. But as you can see, it's working fine into that. It doesn't really want to focus that close, does it? But yeah, so I have a lot of junk in my floor. That over there, those are my consoles. There's the first PS5 I fixed. It's still in bubble wrap after my move. There's Xbox One S over there. There's a couple of PS4s. I'm not sure. Let's see, down here in another box. I work on other consoles sometimes. And down here in a box, let me find it. I need to finish, I was doing a video on this. For those of you who might be interested. I recognize this console. And Atari Lynx 2. And this membrane was the last piece of the puzzle to get that fixed. I just need to do it. I just need to take the time to install that. And I think that one will be finished. But I like messing with old consoles. I've got, in a box, some time ago, I bought 3 Sega Genesis consoles. And I haven't even opened the box yet. And I'm ashamed, but I have not opened the box yet. Oh, well, I'm glad so many people showed up. There's 47 people watching right now. That's hard to believe, since I didn't announce it or anything. Hey, Steve B. Looks okay? Well, thank you. This is a bit of a shaky cam. I'm holding a webcam, so I apologize for that. But I've been trying to figure out, if I'm working on something in the bench here, I need to show. I don't have the on-screen set up for the multimeter and stuff yet. I might could do that. But, if I'm working on a power supply or something going into the load, I need to be able to show you this angle, the meter, the load, all this stuff. So I may end up putting this little webcam on a tripod I have behind me here somewhere. So at least I could, give you the shot over my shoulder, because you can't see it on the overhead. You can't see it on the microscope. But these are the things that I'm trying to work out. How to do things, because it's all new to me. Yeah, the aspect ratio is off on this camera, and I don't know why. I blame OBS, but I don't know. It wasn't like that earlier, but I've noticed OBS doing weird things, like the camera's shifting around, like looking for them on the wrong input. It's not where they're supposed to be. So anyway. Oh, Edward, no, I don't have a list of parts. I really don't. I just have a drawer full of parts. I guess I'm not very organized, but I have drawers of parts overhead, that I know what they are. Books of SMD components over there. Just miscellaneous stuff. The most common stuff that I need, I figure out after a while. Well, greetings, Edward. And Happy New Year. And hey, Steve. Steve, I hope you're feeling better. I understand you were under the weather. Mr. Steve B in the chat. But, yeah, I'm just trying to feel things out a little bit. I've got this Nintendo Switch that is, well, I haven't put it back together yet. That's probably one big glare, isn't it? I believe. Let's just see if I go. You going to turn on? No, it's not. Okay. It usually just shows the Nintendo logo and then goes to black. So I think it has been bricked. Oh, you had the COVID. Oh, yeah, that gets dangerous, as you get older. I had it, last year or so, but I've been pretty healthy this year. Luckily, I've been lucky. But Happy New Year. But Steve, you need to get back to streaming some. I know you've got the setup for it. If you can find the time. I know you're building a lot of guitar amplifiers and things like that. Is this no? It's actually a V1 switch, but it will, yeah. Supposedly, I think the guy I bought it from said that he didn't use it for a long time, and basically the battery ran down, and when he went to use it again, it would not turn on. And I noticed when I got it, you could plug a charger into it, and it would actually put the battery logo up in the corner, and then go away like kind of normal. But when the battery did get charged later on, it still wouldn't turn on. It would just give you the Nintendo logo and then go to black. And that was about all it would do. So I'm going to try to see if I can. I've never installed a Pico Fly. I'm not really into modding much. I'm more into repairing. But I mean, I'll mod it for the purpose of fixing it, and that's a possibility. Because there's just some things you can do once you've modded it that you can't do otherwise. So I'm going to see if I can learn those. What else have I got going on? I don't have any PS5s waiting on repair at the moment. I've got some that are pieces of junk with shot APUs and burned up motherboards and that kind of stuff. But wow, 65 people watching. Well, see if I can switch this back. There you go. Let's see how this microscope looks. It's a new microscope camera. Let's just see how this looks. It looks out of focus is how it looks. That's better. Oh, you're welcome. The microscope I have is just it is an Amscope, but I don't know the model number of it. It doesn't have it printed on there, and I haven't been able to find the paperwork where I bought it, but it's nothing special. I got it with the original, stand, the heavy, fixed stand it comes with, and that worked okay until you want to, look at something off the side of the workbench, like look up in a port or something. I had to drag the whole base out to the side. Anyway, I finally got the articulating arm, and although it does have a bit more shake to it, it's worth it. It is worth it. But it's an Amscope articulating arm. I can't remember how much that thing was, like $300. But I'd have to say it was a game changer. Just being able to pull out to the side of the workbench and look at something, look underneath a chip, or look into a port, all that kind of stuff. It just made it so much better. Can I show the microscope? Oh, just a second. Let me find my webcam here. And I apologize, I'm not very good at keeping up with chat. I'm just not used to it yet, but I'll probably try to get better at it. Where is that? Nope. There we go. All right. There's my microscope if you want to see it. It's nothing particularly special. I'm still using the same ring light I started with, which has got, melted plastic spots all over it from accidents. And this camera on top is it's one of those, I think it's a Hey-Year or something it says, but it's so generic, there's no name on it, you know what I'm saying? No part number, it's just generic camera. But yeah, and there's the arm back there, which I've got mounted on the back of my workbench. So it's somewhat stable, but it's just, you know, anytime you stretch something out like that far, it's going to be a little bit shaky. But it just makes it so convenient to be able to, you know, come out here and look inside of a port or something. It's worth it. But it does have a little shake to it. So if I'm recording or whatever, I kind of have to try to be careful and not overdo it with the shakiness. But somehow I tend to bump into it a lot. Happy New Year. Oh, you have the hey year? Yeah, it says hey year when you fire it up, so I know it's a hey year. But it looks physically, the outside of it looks just like the one I replaced. The one I replaced was a 720p, and this is supposed to be 1080p. But otherwise, it looks the same. The remote looks the same. Where is the remote? Yeah, the remote looks the same. And that's one reason I wanted to replace it, because the on the other one I'd be recording, you know, and then when you want to stop recording, I'd hit, you know, the camera button, and that button just quit working. And I took it apart and I replaced the little conductive pad with foil, and it just, I'm not sure what it's doing. It's like the little chip under the blob died or something, or because it couldn't figure out what button I was trying to press. And but this looks to be identical. So anyway, but hopefully the camera, I used to notice the other camera, it recorded great. The recorded video was clean. The HDMI out had little speckles running through it, just random like noise. And I don't know that this one has it, so maybe that's a slight improvement. But you know, it didn't bother me before because it was just in my, I've got a monitor off to the side, because I had to have a monitor because you can try and try. It's hard to get the exact same look down in, it's hard to get the camera to see the same thing that I'm seeing on the eyepieces. And I've changed out this, you know, adapter piece here multiple times. You can see I've got, that's a 0.35x there. But I've tried the 0.5, and I've tried different values trying to get this look, because it's very frustrating if you're recording. You think something's in the shot on the microscope, and you're doing this, and at the end of it you figure out, oh wait, it wasn't even in the shot, because it doesn't see the exact same thing that I'm seeing in the eyepieces. And that kind of comes down to how you adapt it, I think, and you know, the size of the pickup in that thing. Does it have the logo on the back of the head? Let's see. Not on the back. I do not see it. Although I bought it from Microscope directly. It has it here on the, where does it say? Where does it say it? I don't see it. Maybe it's a knockoff. I don't think so. I bought it from Microscope. No logo? Yeah. It works right. I've taken it apart a couple of times to clean the glass, because the smoke from, you know, working on stuff goes up in there and adheres to the glass, and you end up with this hazy look. So I've taken it apart a couple of times to clean the mirrors and the glass surfaces in there. No, you don't think it's a knockoff? I hope not. I mean, I can't remember how much I paid for it. I guess it's expensive. I started off with a little, the little stand ones. What do they call those? It's in a box around here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Joey uses. I started off with one of those, which works fine as long as you don't need something very, you know, big underneath it, because there wasn't a big work area underneath it. Of course, he's got his on an arm, so it makes it more practical. But that's what I started out with. But eventually I moved on to this thing, and yeah. I could not get used to staring at a monitor while I was soldering. I think a lot of people are that way. Well, thank you, Tom. It's good to be live. I'm just trying to, it's a bit of a shakedown for me, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. Yeah, this is my first time ever going live. I didn't have the equipment for it. So I didn't have the capture card. I couldn't get the video into my computer. And my microphone was just for connecting into my phone where I recorded. So I didn't really have a way of getting into the computer. Lester, I'll be doing some repairs, I promise. Yeah, Andon Star. I think it is an Andon Star that I've got. It works still. I just, yeah, I don't want to go back to it though. I don't want to go back to it. So I'm trying to figure out some things, how to show things. Like I may need to work on getting some, multimeter data on the display, that kind of thing. And that kind of thing. Either that or a camera to show you the meter, because I don't really consider myself to be a teacher. I'm just a technician who likes to work on things, and I like to bring people along for the ride, if that makes sense. You can look over my shoulder and see what I'm doing. That's kind of my point of view. And I do have a box of PS5 power supplies to fix that a friend in South Carolina who owns a shop sent me, and it is an entire full box. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. But I do have, if you like power supplies, I do have those to fix. I just need to get some more PS5s. I've gotten them all out the door. I think I ended up repairing just over 100 PS5s this past year. Well, I can say last year now, in 2024. So, and that's just, like I said, I'm not a full-time, I don't get to do this full-time. It's just a part-time, for fun. I'm running out of things to talk about. But I wanted to test this setup and see, how it works. I have not been on Twitch. I know what Twitch is. I've watched gaming on Twitch, but I don't have a setup on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad that all of you came out to, just to see this a little bit of live stream action. I wanted to see how this microphone sounded, because I was, I really can't hear it once it's in the computer. I guess I could record it, play it back. But I want to see how this setup is going to work, how practical it's going to be. It's just a little Rode mic clipped to my collar of my shirt. Hook up for a live chat. I've never done that, Steve V. I've got to figure. You're going to have to show me how to coordinate that a little bit better. You've done more live stuff than I have. And Joey asked me to join him live sometime, and I wasn't set up for doing live. But okay, I'm glad the mic is good. It should be a good quality mic. I'm just not sure. This is just clipped to my collar, the mic body itself. I do have a lavalier mic that I could clip on if I need it, but this is so simple, and there's one less cord for me to get tangled up in and trip over. Let me see if I can. There you go. I'm getting tired of holding this mic and this camera in my hands. But, okay. I don't know if I'll have a regular schedule. I doubt I will, of live streaming, because I work. I have a full-time job, although I have a lot of free time. And that's why you'll notice I'll put out repair videos like in bursts, because that's when I have some free time. I'll put out several videos. But in the spring, coming up here in the next few months, I get really busy and I won't have a whole lot of time. Now, luckily for me, in the summer, usually I'm off from about middle of May to sometime in August. I'm off, and I can just repair stuff and make videos and live stream and do whatever I want to do. And that's what I will be doing. I've done it the last several years, so I'm very fortunate in that way. What do I do for a living? Well, let's see. I don't want to get too specific, but I'm an engineer for television, which you call a broadcast engineer. I'm an engineer for some live television events. And I worked in television last, I don't know, 30 something, maybe it's 40 years now. So I'm old. Hello, Yaki Yam. Hello and Happy New Year. And I'm excited for the new year. It's going to be some good times, I hope. But oh, this is amazing. I wasn't sure if anybody would show up. But yeah, well, I kind of know. That's why I didn't want to shake this camera. I know what looks good in television, and a shaky camera does not look good, and it's very jarring to the people watching it, so I'm trying not to do that. Are you old, Tom? There's a lot of us that are old. I don't really feel old, but I'm told that I'm old. But does it sound low? I mean, I'm watching the meters hitting about, peaking about minus 15. So I'm hoping the audio level is all right. I'm trying to keep it where it cannot, you know, peak and start clipping. Tom, you're 55? Well, I'm 57. So we're very similar there. Sound is good but low. Okay, I mean, I can tweak it. But I just don't want to get into distortion or anything. This is part of the learning curve. Happy New Year. I'm ready to see a PS5 Pro, by the way. I haven't seen one of those yet. Yep, finally a live stream. We're just testing though. We're just checking to see if my setup is working, see if OBS is gonna. Oh, Steve, you hit 71. Yes, that's right. You're let's see. Steve, were you born on? Is it December 31st or January 1st? You should be. Today's. I mean, I know you're ahead of us. So you're a December 31st baby, Steve. But I just wanted to test some stuff out with y'all. I mean, all I've got to work on right now are power supplies, and a lot of them. And I need to work on them. I just kind of seen them. I work on them as I need them. I don't know why it's so low. I'm just looking at the volume. Let me see. I do have it. I'm trying to keep it out of the red. Yeah, a lot of Booter's fan club here. Is Booter streaming? He's probably not even open. It's a holiday. He's not even open probably. Let me bring this up a little. See if this. I'm gonna bring it up just a little. I don't want it to get into distortion though. We'll give that a try. I brought it up a little. Yeah, Booter might join. Booter doesn't. I don't think Booter gets up till noon out in California. Power. I've got a lot of PlayStation 5 power supplies. A lot of, like I said, somebody had a friend of mine who owns a shop out in South Carolina sent me a box full of broken PS5 supplies. He does not work on them. Most people don't work on them, and I get it. But I just, so much to do. I have some time ago I bought a PS5 Slim, a band one, just to get the power supply. And I've been trying to reverse engineer it, and that is just painstakingly slow for me anyway. But yeah, it's a slim, which these things are a pain to get into. I mean, but yeah, PS5 slim power supply. I'm trying to do some reverse engineering on that, just because I know it's coming. That we'll have to be fixing those supplies. The fat supplies I've gotten used to. I haven't opened the box. I don't know that I've opened the box, but I know it's full of. I think he may have thrown some Xbox supplies. I'm not sure what he's thrown in there. Yeah, I don't consider myself an audio expert. I kind of know it sounds good, but I'm not an audio expert. But I'm glad to see this little microphone's working well. It's an unbalanced signal. I do know the difference between unbalanced and balanced microphones, and this is an unbalanced, just a regular 1/8" jack, tip ring and sleeve. And I'm going through a USB adapter, so I wasn't sure how much that would affect things. Is that going to affect the quality? Oh, yes, I have seen the PS5 schematics. I did not reverse engineer the fat ones. There's a gentleman in Mexico who's reversed those, and I use his. I don't share them though, because he does sell those schematics, and I'm not gonna steal that from him. Anybody here like power supply schematics? But yeah, I do like working on them. Oh, I got some notes. I guess it's some notes from a transformer in there. But Beaverton, Oregon. Is that close to where White's Electronics was? Oh, you do switch modding. I don't really mod switches. I'm going to mod some now, because I have two here now that they're bricked. And this thing here that's bricked, I don't think it ever been opened. All the screws look perfect. So, but something has gotten corrupt in it. And I have another V2 switch that doesn't do anything, but the PC will recognize it as being in RCM mode, but you can't inject anything because it's a V2 and it's been, patched where you won't do it. So it's like brain dead. But anyway, I am not a switch expert. Worked on a lot of PlayStations. Reballing method on reballing OLEDs. I don't think I've done any reballing of a switch. But at least we do have. I noticed the board views are out for some of the switch models, so that's very handy. That is handy. Hello, Mike. I'm doing well. Doing very well. Just happy to be here on New Year's Day, 2025. But anyway, I'm just glad. I'm glad so many people have showed up for this impromptu stream. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be doing it on a regular schedule, because I'm not a professional streamer or anything. It's going to be just as I have time to work on stuff. Why not try to do some streaming? Yeah, I need to learn more about. So I want to learn more about how to fix some of these switches with corrupted files. How to go in there and extract the keys and all this, and I just need to do it. A lot of videos out there, people doing it, So, hello and Happy New Year. But anyway, guys and gals, there's more coming. Plenty of fun to be had. Plenty of PlayStations to fix. Because Lord knows they break every day. I've got to clean up my work area here because it is a mess. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. And look for the future. I'll be putting some streams out, and maybe we'll learn some stuff along the way, have a little fun. I don't know when I'm going to start streaming. Like I say, it won't be regularly. It's just going to be as I can. You know, as I have the time and opportunity. And looks like this setup is going to work. I need to add some more views, figure out some camera angles, that kind of stuff. But we'll get there. We may stumble a little bit, but we'll learn as we go, and we'll get there. Well, Happy New Year, all. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.